So we're going to look at this new function called getChatGPTAnswer. Like its name sounds, what it does is it takes a prompt, which is kind of like a question or a statement or an instruction that you would like to give to ChatGPT, and it will then complete it. The way that ChatGPT works is it's not really answering a question. It's less about answering a question and more about completing what you have already given it. So if you give it a prompt like write a sentence about war, it will try to figure out what the rest of the paragraph is that would start with write a sentence about war. And it would construct that answer and return it back to your program as a string. The function only takes that one argument, which is a string containing the prompt that you would like ChatGPT to complete. And like the other functions that you would have seen, getChatGPTAnswer does not display or do anything with the answer other than give it back to your program. So it won't display it, it won't speak it, it won't say it. So anything that you would like to do with the answer afterwards, you need to assign it into a variable. In this case, we're calling it answer. Remember, we put the function on the right-hand side of the equal sign, the variable's on the left-hand side. Python will read from right to left. This example, let's say, write a sentence about war. ChatGPT will complete that prompt with "it is tragic" as an example, and then that is a string that gets returned from the function, and moving from right to left, that string gets assigned into the answer variable. There it goes into the envelope, and then later on, if we want to display that answer, we can then use the name of the variable inside our print function. And that's when we'll be able to see the result. Similarly, we can use that variable in other functions like the say function. And remember, we got to import from goodies and we got to set our school ID before we can use this function.